The UK media has once again thrown itself into a spiral of theatrical panic, and the target of this meltdown, predictably, obsessively and embarrassingly, is Meghan Sussex. The Daily Mail has reached a point where the mere existence of this woman seems to send their entire newsroom into emotional collapse. The latest example? Their hysterical attempt to frame Meghan's professional proximity to Jeff Bezos as some kind of dangerous, world-altering scandal. They wrote about it like Meghan walked into a secret bunker with nuclear codes, instead of simply functioning like any high-level professional in the entertainment and tech space does, networking, collaborating, building her brand. But this is where the absurdity of the British press becomes unmistakable. When Meghan operates at the level her talent and resume justify, they don't see a hard-working woman making smart moves. They see a threat, a disruption, a problem that needs to be spun into scandal because the idea of Meghan succeeding outside their control is their worst nightmare. The Daily Mail headline alone reads like a bad parody. Will Jeff Bezos become Meghan's billionaire backer? As if Meghan Sussex is some desperate apprentice begging for patronage, when in reality she is a power player in her own right. The paper tries to inject fear with words like ruthless ambitions, which is code for how dare this woman be competent? How dare she be successful? How dare she not crumble under the pressure we tried to break her with? They use the term ruthless because their playbook doesn't allow for black women, especially successful ones, to simply be ambitious. Ambition is neutral when a white royal has it. Admirable when a male royal has it, strategic when a billionaire has it. But Meghan? They call it ruthless to justify their obsessive vilification. It exposes the internal bias that continues to fuel their entire business model. Then they layered on the melodrama, claiming Meghan could be professionally wooing Bezos, because apparently the only way a woman can engage with a powerful man is by seducing him. This mindset reveals everything about them and nothing about Meghan. The British media remains so deeply committed to misogyny that they cannot fathom a woman operating in elite spaces without romance, scandal, or manipulation attached. Instead of acknowledging Meghan's proven track record, award-winning podcasts, hit documentaries, best-selling books, international philanthropic work, they reduce her to a caricature straight out of a 1950s gossip column. Their discomfort with her competence shows more with every sentence they publish. And then came the part that made the entire internet collectively roll its eyes. The recycled claim that Meghan's Netflix projects were flops. This lie collapses immediately when confronted with reality. Harry and Meghan remains one of Netflix's highest-performing documentary series. Live to Lead was globally praised. Archetypes won awards and topped international charts. Netflix executives themselves have publicly confirmed that they are thrilled with the couple's work and collaborations. But the Daily Mail needs the word flop the same way a plant needs water. It keeps their fantasy world alive, a world where Meghan is failing and the UK press is winning. That world, unfortunately for them, does not exist. Their choice of language in these articles shows how desperate they've become. Phrases like ruthless ambitions, wooing, flops, and indispensable backer are not journalism. They are emotional breakdowns disguised as reporting. The UK tabloids have built a cottage industry on manufacturing drama around Meghan. They cast her as a villain while ignoring actual scandals within the royal household, scandals involving money, corruption, racism, staff abuse claims, and countless PR disasters. It's not that they don't know those stories exist. It's that they choose Meghan because she delivers clicks. Meghan delivers revenue. Meghan delivers engagement. Their hostility is profitable and they have no incentive to stop. Even their comment sections tell on them. Readers are calling them out, mocking the hysteria and pointing out how strange and obsessive it is that Meghan is still being written about more than any living royal, despite not living in the UK, not representing the monarchy, and not having any connection to their daily affairs. One commenter said it perfectly. Meghan lived in the UK for barely 2 years, left over 5 years ago, and yet remains their most covered subject. It's not normal, it's fixation. And that fixation is tied to their inability to accept that Meghan left their control, built a life, built a brand, built success, and didn't crumble under their coordinated attacks. She left the game and is now winning outside the system. That level of independence terrifies them because it proves they never had the power they thought they did. The funniest part of the Daily Mail narrative is their inability to accept that Meghan can thrive without their approval or attention. She is producing content, building businesses, raising her children, and collaborating with global leaders. And they still act like she's some runaway royal who owes them access, owes them failure, owes them drama. They pretend every move she makes is suspicious, every success is exaggerated, every connection is scandalous. But the truth is simple. Meghan is thriving, and they can't cope. They cannot process that a mixed-race American woman stepped into their centuries-old institution, experienced their cruelty, and then rose higher after leaving them behind. Watching the Daily Mail's Meltdown is like watching a soap opera written by people who don't realize the villain they're describing is actually the hero of the story. They're so busy painting Meghan as manipulative and ruthless that they don't realize they're only highlighting her success. They're so desperate to portray her as failing that they accidentally advertise her achievements. They're so intent on presenting her as controversial that they reveal their own insecurity and obsession. At the end of the day, Meghan doesn't need Bezos. She doesn't need Netflix approval. She doesn't need UK press validation. What she needs, and what she already has, is autonomy, success, financial independence, creative freedom and peace. And that combination is the one thing the British press cannot stand. Because they didn't grant it to her, and they can't take it away. And while the tabloids spiral, Meghan keeps building, keeps thriving, keeps expanding, keeps proving that she is unstoppable. And for us watching, well, it's entertainment gold. The louder they scream, the clearer it becomes. This woman is winning. Winning gracefully, winning brilliantly, winning loudly, enough that even her haters can't pretend otherwise. And as Meghan thrives, the Daily Mail will continue doing what it does best, melting down in real time. Because every headline they write, every insult they print, every exaggerated narrative they push is nothing more than a confession. They lost. She won. And she's not done winning.